What's going on? Empty room. How y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing incredible. What's up, Kelvin? How you doing, Kelvin? Doing good there, Kelvin? Good. Good to see it. All right, I'm gonna just update something on the stream real fast, and then we'll dive into some Sons of the Forest here. Oh, can I just click on that button? Oh, that makes things so much easier. Hey, Daniel. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Will the Mega Saga be really that mega? Yes, it will be. It will be ultra mega. Ultra mega. Sounds like a Power Rangers. Like, it's the ultra mega. I don't know. I don't know where I'm getting at. All right, let's go ahead. Booty. Let's go ahead and head this way. I just started this this playthrough. This is a peaceful playthrough. Figured it'd be easiest to do a nice mega base. Yes, sir. 1291. Just stacking it up. Jay actually, in his Dreamlight Valley stream last night, he got like 6 subscribers from that stream. So it looks like everybody's really enjoying Disney Dreamlight Valley. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. I'm a fan of those like simulation games too, like, you know, Stardew Valley and like Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing and those types of things, where like they're city builder, world builder, like you farm, but you also do other things. So you can't really just say, oh, this is a farming simulator. I'm a big fan of that. All right, so we are going to be using some console commands on this mega base just to have some fun with it all. Let's go ahead and use this as a little launching point. So again, we are going to do this build. I should be able to scale that. It's not that far of a jump. Aw, boo. We are going to be doing this mega base in the swamp area, which is... see if we can get over to where the swamp is. Back this way. So let's go ahead and get our hang glider here. We can get on that back that way. Super mega ukulele. Thank you. Thank you to either Jay or Gwen who put that in. I appreciate that. Always forget to kind of launch that Discord link here. Alright, so we got to get over to where the swamp is to start doing this mega base. Shout out to 17 dragonfishes for wait, am I like way off base here? Where am I? I am on the right side of the island. I need to go this way. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Whoops. I think that might be Jay. Or Gwen. It could be one of the two. Both of them have like management access to the Base Legend channel. So it is one of the two. It is also Jay's day off, so I don't know. Alright, so we're going to head down this way. We're heading down to the swamp, which is pretty much at the southern tip of this island. Thank you, Gwen! Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Wasoup, 17 dragonfishes. Speaking of 17 dragonfishes, he's actually the inspiration behind this build. We were talking in our Discord when I mentioned that I need a new inspiration for Sons of the Forest to get something new done. And the suggestion came up of like an Aztec temple. I like Master of Food's suggestion too, which was covering the entire island in platforms. Like the entire island, just cover it completely in platforms so you can just walk from one end straight to the other. So it was Jay. Bum bum bum. That's exciting. I always enjoy having 3 people on this channel, so that way, I don't know, less to think about. Alright, just gotta fly over to it. I do like where you randomly spawn in Sons of the Forest when you do a peaceful playthrough like this. Super fun, but when you have a specific place in mind that you want to build... Hey, Jay. What's going on? Appreciate that, buddy. But yeah, if you have a specific place that you want to build, you actually still have to travel to it, and that can always be a fun pain. Whoa, too low. A little too low, though. Alright, so while we're getting our altitude back up, cheat stick. Oh, spelled that miserably wrong. Let's try that again. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and just do one of those. Then we'll lock the time of day, noon. And then we'll go ahead and do the instant book build. Okay, that should be enough to get us going. So that short that we just released yesterday, the Ouija board in Phasmophobia, that is by far my favorite thing that I've ever cut from one of my streams. That was such a fun stream in Phasmophobia with Major Killer the other day. Such a good one. Highly recommend that video. Hey Connor, good to see you, buddy. My day's going great, man. It is good. It is kind of one of those weird days where like everything's kind of just been a blur because it's just been one thing right after another. And then my kid's also been having some trouble sleeping at night, and so I'm very sleep deprived today. But that's super fun. Here we are in the swamp. Get out of my swamp. Hey Zach, it's been a while. Good to see you. Good to see you again, buddy. How's Queen doing? It's your birthday today. Everybody shout hooray. There's a cat licking your birthday cake. Anyway, all right, so here we are in the swamp. This is where we're going to be doing our Aztec temple build. I figured this was kind of an appropriate space because we have a lot of area here, and it's all flat. The downside is it's all water, but you can walk on it. You don't have to swim, and so it's a pretty good location. Now I'm just going to kind of find the best spot to start setting this thing up. I don't think it's still swampy over there. I think it actually goes up there. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Vikinger. Appreciate that a lot. Oh, I'm sorry about your candle. Yeah, we were actually just talking about you the other day, Zach, saying how it's been a few days since you have been in here, since your candle had broken. Well, there you go. That is perfect timing, Jay. Ooh, I think we're going to do it over here. Got a lot more open space here. Man, my draw distance is so low right now. I do appreciate one thing, like, so I'm pretty sure that I have my settings turned down. You guys want to see something cool? Check this out. Yeah, so I'm at medium, right? Check this out. I love how this game actually looks. Let everything draw. There we go. But yeah, this is the actual detail of this game, and it is beautiful. And when you're first starting to do a base build like this, you kind of want to have that all set up. So that way you can see if the grass is poking through your build. What is this game about? Woo, 1292. Thank you very much. This game is a very unique game. You are basically a search and rescue member trying to get, finding some billionaire who got lost on this island of cannibals and all of that fun stuff. And so your goal is to find them, and then it turns into this multi-dimensional alien plot with cannibals and just a bunch of other fun stuff. Okay, so this is where we're going to be doing our little build here. Trying to think of the best way we want to do it, because I kind of, do we want to just go all stone? It's kind of dangerous if we want to go all stone, but it almost seems most practical too. Let's do it. Remember, oh, get that garlic bread, bud. Man, we went out and got some Italian food the other night. That was amazing. This was a good time. Been a while since I've had like a decent fettuccine Alfredo, you know? This one had shrimp in it too. It's fantastic. All right, so I'm just trying to cut down some of this grass here, just a little bit. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, survival horror with base building. Short story behind it. Yeah, we'll say sure. All right, so hang on. If I'm going to do a mega base, I want to do this right. So scout this out real fast. Okay. All right, that's decent, but it's not where we want to be for center. Okay. All right, let's head this way. This is where we want to be for center. Go ahead and just keep it all on a grid. All right, here we go. So our center has to be a 3x3. So that way we can fit our sacrificial chamber up at the top. I'm not modeling this after anything. I'm kind of just freeballing it based on images I've seen years ago. What? No dinosaurs? There should be dinosaurs in this game. There really should. There's so many other horror plots in here. Like I think in one short I even called it like a horror kid's fever dream, because that is literally what it is. There's so many conflicting fandoms in this game, but for some reason they kind of all work. And so I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so this is our 3x3 right here. I don't want to have more than what we need. There we go. Okay, that can go away. Without dinos, add cannibals. That's pretty accurate. That's a game. That's one of the only games I've ever had to refund in my entire life, is that Ark Survival game, where, like, the brand new one that just came out. It's gorgeous looking, but man, did that like almost shot my computer. And like this, I edit video on this computer. It's pretty hefty. Like it's a decent machine. All right, so this is going to be the center of our temple. Now we need to figure out how many levels we want to get to. But it's going to be pretty nice. Building entirely out of stone, just like with the castle build, it's fun, but you run into some situations very, very quickly that are not fun. It's just, like, if I make one mistake, I have to remove, like, 16 blocks instead of just one, which is super fun, but you get the idea. It's not anything you want to play with. Master Food, I'm heading to your base this week. I want to tour it and shoot a video for it and then highlight it because I think it's a cool looking base. Whew, this is going to take forever doing it out of stone, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. Definitely going to be worth it. Okay, so let's think. If this is going to be the structure that sits on top, how many layers do we want to have? I'm thinking it's got to be at least 7. What, Machu Picchu is 9, right? Would anybody know that in chat? How many layers Machu Picchu is? I'm pretty sure it's 9. We'll go with 7 for this one, so that way it's not too expansive. So that means that we have to stretch out. If this is going to be sitting on the top, that means that we got to stretch out 7. That'll work. Okay. All right. So this is our 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, this thing's gonna be big. Is it though? Maybe. We'll find out. Yes, this computer is pretty ridiculous, but last night my laptop playing Silent Hill, oh my gosh, I like cooked my leg. Like I had a medium rare leg by the end of the night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa, that was exciting. Never seen that bug or glitch before. That was exciting. Dinoless Ark-like Minecraft-ish realistic-looking cannibal world survival game. That's the next title of my Sons of the Forest video. That is the next title of a Sons of the Forest video because that's going to track. That's going to track so well. Ooh, 17 dragonfishes. I see that light blue on your membership. Appreciate you renewing for a second month, bud. That's awesome. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. All right, let me go ahead and go 7 this way. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to try to trigger that thing again. 6. Oh, not what I meant to do. That's what I'm talking about. You got to remove each block when you do that. 7, right? That was the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. It is a viral video. That's what I'm talking about. That sounds like a great viral video, if you ask me. Okay, so this is the last one. This is the one that I was concerned about not having enough room here. So let's find out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, a lot of reeds. There's 5, 6, 7. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Barely fit, but we got it. When will I do a VR? Wait for it. It's sitting right there. There we go. There's my finger on it. Yeah, my VR headset's just sitting right there. I just need to hook it up one day and figure out what game we're going to play. I have Hitman. I was thinking about doing Hitman first because I've never actually experienced Hitman VR. But the one thing is I need to sync it up on a day that I know Jay is going to be available because I'm not going to be able to see the chat whatsoever because I'm going to be playing on my PlayStation and I'm not going to be able to see the overlay on my my computer here. So that's what's kind of the holdup right now. Man, this thing's big now that I look at it and I actually see the size of it all. This thing's big. All right. Well, let's get to work. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of frame out the edge here. That should have been it, right? I get it? I think I got it. We'll find out right now. But yeah, the first part is just getting kind of the floor done. Because once we get the floor done, these reeds are going to disappear for good. And we won't have to worry about finding these arrows like this. This is a pain. Ah, I was one off. So close. So close. Okay. Another castle-like build. This one is going to be kind of like a an Aztec temple. So it's a Mesoamerican pyramid. So more commonly referred to as the step pyramid. And so each level of it is going to be another step, kind of getting down to the smaller. So it starts off where it's going to be, what's this? If we got 7 from the middle and then there were 3, it's going to be 20, 21, or 22 by 22. So it's a 22 by 22 structure. And then we're going to step up and in each time. So that's the plan with this one. But yeah, like a... Again, the proper name is Mesoamerican pyramid, more commonly referred to as a step pyramid or Aztec pyramid, or Mayan, I guess. The Mayans did similar temples. Look at me pretending I know history. It's actually one of my least, that was the subject in school that I performed the least well in was history. Like math, English, all those, like all that stuff, real super easy. But it was the history, which ironically is like now one of my favorite things is watching like documentaries and history documentaries and stuff like that. So this is going to be interesting because we're going to need to build the pyramid kind of into all of this. There's no way that we have enough room here, but we'll figure that one out as we go. You know, how do you eat an elephant? Just one bite at a time. What are my plans, goals for the channel? Well, so for those of you who don't know, I'm already, like, Jay and I, we're already full-time YouTubers. We work on another YouTube channel, and we have brand deals with that channel, and we do media for it and all this other stuff. And so YouTube is life already. And so that's kind of the goal right now, is kind of growing this into a more full-time situation for both of us, because obviously what we're currently doing is fun. Like, I love talking about the news and stocks and stuff like that, But if I had an option to sit around and play video games and hang out with people all day long as opposed to do like the news and stocks, that's my main goal. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. We got our first channel monetized last year. This channel took about 10, 11 months to do the same. And so it's fun. It's fun, man. The joy of being a content creator. Mainly did it so that way I could have a life where I can like hang out with my kid all day and hang out with my wife all day, because like my wife's my best friend and my kid is also pretty cool. And so yeah, that's kind of the whole goal and all that stuff. But yeah, Jay here is my kind of right hand with the media company and the other YouTube channel. And so we were talking one day and we said, hey, we both game. We both like these two styles of games. Maybe we can like turn it into something. Thus, Base Legend. My wife actually was the one, if I remember correctly, my wife is the one who actually had the idea for Base Legend. That's Gwen in the comments, or in the chat. It's my wife. She hangs out with us all the time. Play fairy tale games. Oh, Telltale games. Sorry. I guess Wolf Among Us would count as a fairy tale game, right? I love Telltale games. Wolf Among Us is one of my favorite games from their series. I feel like they went a little off hill after that. Man, we lost our ability to drop them. Don't like that. Whoa, dude. I appreciate that, Zach. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you, sir. That's very kind of you. Thank you, thank you. Man, now we got to think about garlic bread for a while, because that's yeah. All right, let's go. How am I going to get this one over? See, this is the part that I'm a little perplexed about, is I did not pick a good spot this way. Thank you again, Zach. I'm just sitting here and just being like, woo! But yeah, I could definitely figure out a nice Telltale game to throw down on this channel. I had a few of them a while ago. I need to see what I still have available. Am I not going to be able to do any of this? That is a bunch of bread. That is a bunch of bread. That was very kind of Zach. Win. W's in the chat for Zach. Oh, you out of here, Connor? Thank you. Thank you, Connor. Don't like this. All right, we're going to have to build it up and over, but it's going to be good. Hey, Queen spaghetti. That sounds delicious. I had spaghetti the other night, and who does not enjoy spaghetti? Spaghetti is just one of those universal things that everybody likes. Are you not going to let me put one there, even though you're saying that I can put one there? Ridiculous. All right, let's see here. Let's head this way. Okay. You guys see this nonsense? So hang on. I haven't responded because I saw that you sent like 4 messages, 17 dragonfishes, and I didn't want to read them and forget them because I'm so busy, and that's how I am a lot of times with important information. And so I'm leaving them unread and leaving the notifications kind of turned on my Discord there, specifically so that way I don't overlook it and then I can get back to it. So yeah, no, definitely I appreciate that. And one of those ideas is something that Jay and I and Gwen, for that matter, all 3 of us have been talking about, is doing kind of a monthly base building contest. There's 2 things, and you know what, we can actually talk about it right now. Why not? There's 2 reasons why we have not started base building contests yet. Number 1 is we need to figure out a game that everybody can play or is free to play. Because if I sit there and I'm like, hey guys, today we're going to be, or this month's contest is building this type of base in Sons of the Forest, and not everybody has Sons of the Forest or like Green Hell or Zomboid or whatever it might be. Like, I don't know. We just have to figure that out. I like your idea of theming it though, to where it's just like, all right, guys, build your best Halloween base. That's a cool idea, and I like doing that because then it can be whatever you want to do. You know, if you want to play The Sims and you want to build a house in The Sims and you want to submit that as a base, sure, why not? You know, so that's kind of where my head's at with it. Waiting for the candle. This is I I think I mentioned somewhere, maybe in the descriptions, maybe not. I put this on peaceful, so there are currently no cannibals in this playthrough. I don't even think I can spawn in cannibals. Hang on. Oh, what is it? It's creepy attack party, right? Yeah, creepy attack party. I don't even think this is going to spawn anything. But there you go. I just spawned in some enemies. But I have the peaceful parameter turned on. So the likelihood of me being attacked is next to nil. But yeah, when I do these big bases like this, I sometimes keep the enemies on. But for the most part, I do turn them off because they're just kind of nuisances when you're trying to get a massive build done. Building's kind of one of the main reasons why I got this game when I first got it. There's that section or that moment inside of the trailer for this game where the player like takes a log and he like lifts it up, and I was like, that's the coolest animation I've ever seen with base building. I'm gonna see that again. Hey Jacob, good to see you, buddy. Good to see ya. Oh my god, dude, the cloakers. The cloakers from Payday 2. Those were always fun whenever I was rolling with my group of like... We had a team of 4 people, and we all played Payday, and it was fantastic, and we played every day, so we got really good at it. But yeah, that's my favorite moment in Payday 2 is when you're in the middle of a raid, and you hear that, like, that cloaker sound. Oh my god, man. The amount of grown men who shriek when they hear that sound is hysterical. What's the next game on my radar that I'm trying to buy? Was that Jay? I assume that's directed at me unless I missed something. Otherwise, I honestly don't know if there is a game on my radar right now. Because for the longest time, like, DayZ was on my radar, and I hadn't had a copy of it. And then that Steam sale happened, and everything was cool with it. And then Bohemian gave us access to their new DLC, and now we're streaming DayZ on the regular. I don't know if there's actually a game that I'm interested in at the moment. Fallout 76 is free to play. This is going to sound ridiculous. I have the Centennial version of Fallout 76. I pre-ordered Fallout 76. I'm one of the chumps who paid like $120 for Fallout 76 when it first came out, assuming that it was going to be one of the best MMOs ever, and it kind of missed that mark, and so it's kind of been sitting on my shelf for the longest time, and I know it's gotten good for a while. Like, I know it's gotten good, but that might be a game that I might stream if I still have a copy of it. I'm pretty sure I have a copy of it somewhere. I don't think I would have gotten rid of it, unless it was digital download only. But either way, yeah, no, I definitely have a copy of 76. Wait, who's sorry? What? Huh? What happened? Who's fighting? What? Oh, never mind. I see what's going on. What? That's not what was supposed to happen. Everyone has Minecraft. I actually don't have a copy of Minecraft. I have played Minecraft at, like, my nephew's house because he was like, hey, you should play Minecraft with me. And, yeah. But I've only played Minecraft maybe, like, an hour or 2 in my life, which I know sounds ridiculous when you look at what I'm currently doing right now, which is just adult Minecraft, right? Yeah, exactly. Jay and I don't have Minecraft. We have a base build. We have a YouTube channel dedicated to base building, and neither one of us have a copy of Minecraft. Well, actually, I remember us having a meeting very early on in the stages of like planning this channel out, and we even asked each other, we're like, okay, what games do you have that would like fit this genre, that would like work really well with this? So I mentioned Sons of the Forest and Green Hell and stuff like that. At the end of the meeting, we both kind of looked at each other and were just like, yeah, neither one of us have Minecraft. Neither one of us has, like, a lot of the big ones that everybody knows with this. I don't know if I want to actually dive into the world of Minecraft. Like, don't get me wrong, fantastic game. not really my like style of game, you know. Like it's a great game, you know, but it's not necessarily my style. And I know that doesn't make that much sense probably, but it's one of those things where it's like I've looked at it, I've read up on it, I've tried to watch videos on it, you know. It's just part of me is just there's always been a disconnect. But games like that I say exactly that to, where I'm like, oh yeah, there's kind of a disconnect with me on it. I pick it up and then I'm like, wow, this is one of the greatest games I've ever played, you know? And so it's always like that. Like I was so resistant to play Rainbow Six Siege when Siege first was coming out. I was so resistant to play Siege. And then finally I sat down with my buddy, played it for like one night with him, and I hated it. I hated Siege so much. And then I sat down with it on my own, and I was like, I'm going to get into this game because all of my friends are into this game. So peer pressure is going to get me. Let's do this. And sure enough, I actually got into it, enjoyed it. That's how it typically works. There you go. That's how you do 76, Jay. That's the best way to do 76. Still in the wrapper. Dude, I supposedly it's gotten really good. And so I'm willing to give 76 another shot. But I feel like I need to beat Fallout London before I do 76. All right, I don't even want to touch this section yet because this section is going to suck to make. Oh, let's go ahead and finish this section. So the best part about this is because it is what it is, or what we're trying to do here. See if I can sneak this piece in there instead of having to take this out. Nope. I'm going to do a lot of this in gold, which I think is going to be super fun. Come on, give me an arrow there. It's so annoying. But you know, I bought the Centennial version of Fallout 76, so the pre-ordered version. I don't even remember what perks it came with, but like my character was like stacked with those little cards that they give you in that game for your perk upgrades. Like I got some really cool cards. It came with like a power armor blueprint, bunch of cool stuff. So I actually need to look to see if I have any of those rewards still on new characters. But it's been years since I've launched 76. It's kind of giving me that Fallout itch, though, now that we're talking about it. Like, obviously, it's one of my favorite series. I have 2 Fallout tattoos. Actually, technically 3. Technically, I have 3 Fallout tattoos. So you guys know about one. You guys know about the Brotherhood of Steel, right? Yeah. Wait. Brotherhood of Steel? Atom Bomb? Yeah, right. But on my leg, I have Pearl from Fallout New Vegas. There is, if you go to the Boomers hangars, like there's some scrap that has a pinup of Pearl when she was like 20 years old or something like that. And I have that pinup on my leg. And so, a little fun little tattoo there. Amazon gave it for free. So, oh yeah, I remember when the Fallout, when the Fallout show on Prime came out, they were giving away Fallout 76 for the longest time. That's one that I'm excited to see continued on. I really enjoyed the Fallout TV show. Like, they're saying it's canon. I don't know how I feel I don't know if I agree with it being canon, but I mean, I can't deny it. If Todd Howard says it's canon, it's probably canon, right? Oh, we retracted messages? Huh? Atom bomb, baby, my little girl. Boom, baby. There you go. What am I missing? Went out of the way to cancel your pre-order of 76. That was I almost did something similar, because without NPCs, when I first heard that, I was like, how are we even going to enjoy anything? Like, what's going to give me my quest? A terminal? And then you get into the game and it's, a terminal giving you your quests. Like, that was the big turnoff for me, was logging into the world of Fallout and just being like, it's not that there's nobody here. I was expecting it to be a wasteland, but I was at least expecting there to be like one person, one something, but you would wander that game when it first launched for hours and not stumble onto anyone or anything. It was just boring. I'm glad it's evolved since then. There you go. Those are two iconic songs there. I force Gwen to listen to Jingle Jangle every once in a while. Like, and actually that's one, my daughter and she likes to exercise too, which is really cool. Like when your toddler likes to exercise. And so if like we've been sitting around for too long, she'll look at us and she'll just be like, all right, it's time to go walk. And we'll just walk around our first floor of our house here. And so I put on Fallout music. And so one of her favorites though is, that one from Fallout 4. I don't remember who it's by. But the Right Behind You one, that's one of her favorite songs. She makes me chase her to that song. Whoa, what about Exploding Babies mods? I think they do have an Exploding Babies mod, if I remember correctly. There's some funny mods. If you go into the Sons of the Forest Discord, there's some really, really funny mods. My personal favorite one is the very questionable Virginia customization mod, where you can like give her different hairstyles and stuff like that. No, she's not going to throw a shoe at me anymore, Zach, because we're not going to do stuff like that. But either way, preventing that from happening, because it wasn't that a shoe got thrown. It's that this got hit over here, and we want to make sure that all the things in this office don't get hit anymore. All right, so did we finish that? Did we finish that? Did we finish that? I think we finished that. And also, she's not going to throw a shoe at me on my birthday. No, that's just not happening. We're not doing that. Onward. Let's do it like this. Were you here for that 17 dragonfishes? I was streaming with Jay. I wasn't even paying attention, and she threw a shoe at me because somebody in chat told her to. It's like, you're my wife. Why are you throwing shoes at me? We could make a short of that, but it was like in the middle of a Once Human stream, and I don't make shorts out of Once Human streams. I probably should. I probably should make a short or two out of our co-op streams. I don't know why I haven't. Oh, I remember why. Is because Opus doesn't know what to do with the the two talking heads and the two games. Like it is the most cluttered short ever, and so I need to figure out the format for it before I can do it. Wait, what'd Jacob say? There you go. You know, Jacob, that very touching song. Very touching song. Mm-hmm. The shoe prize. Shoe prize, motherfucker. Sorry, anytime somebody says surprise, I have to think about, what's his name? Dokes from Dexter. That's the show. All right, free camera on. Let's see what we got. Woo! This thing got big. See, this is the annoying part. I'm going to have to kind of like build it up on to here a little bit. But, all right. All right. So I guess we're going to start with the first floor now. Bro, look at how just like ripped your character is. Look at Jack right now. Like, look at how effortlessly he holds 3 massive stones while rocking that backpack. And that, like, dude's just, like, unfazed. Unfazed right now. Okay, maybe a little grit in his face, but unfazed. All right, free camera off here. Wait, did I not do it right? Free camera off. There it is. All right, be advised, enemy shoe. No, we're not doing the shoes. Where is Das? What is Das? Well, this is Kelvin over here. What up, Kelv? Woohoo! Woohoo! Kind of was expecting that to go over his head. Sorry about that, bud. Sorry about throwing a rock at your face. All right, onward. Yeah, working on a new build. We're going to make a Mesoamerican pyramid. And so it is going to basically be a giant step pyramid. Okay. That's our main entrance. If anybody's got any questions, this is the main entrance. may or may not do more with it, but I just need to kind of call it out right now. More brain damage, a little bit, just a little bit of brain damage. You know, it's kind of good for him, right? Maybe. All right, just gotta cap this real quick. Oops. He does have a lot of trouble just kind of keeping it in check like that. Definitely not bigger than the castle. I'm trying to get like a size comparison because the castle was 40 by 30, I think. And I still haven't even filmed the video for the Waterfall Grotto. And so we need to get that one filmed and posted. Expect a new Sons of the Forest video this week. Sounds good, Jacob. See you in a bit. Mega base building. I used to do this while like listening to just metal and stuff like that and just music. It's a fantastic time. So tomorrow I'm thinking Daisy Frostline is the name of the game. And then this week we're actually going to start calling out what games we're going to be playing on a bi-weekly basis. So you guys are going to be able to plan ahead on what games we're going to be throwing down on. So like Mondays, we're probably going to be doing DayZ every Monday. Then on Tuesdays, I'll probably do some like Grounded. Like it'll just all be themed out. Probably. Dude found another bottle of vodka in his bed last night or something like that. Dropping drunk messages into Discord. Which is hysterical to me. Like, don't think that I'm judgmental or anything. If you guys... I would rather you drunk text our Discord than your ex. You know what I mean? Mainly because that shit's funny to me. Alright. See, it already looks cleaner now that we got the floor going in. We don't even really need to floor this. The whole reason why I'm doing it is just kind of giving myself a little bit of space here. So it's not too difficult to see everything. Break some of this grass down. But like the lily, there's still water on top of everything here. And so like the lily pads are going to sit here. I'm actually curious if I'll be able to drink on top. Hang on, I want to check something. No, it won't let me drink off of this, but oh well. Oh well. Gwen and I also have been playing Sengoku Dynasty again, which is an amazing like village builder, world builder kind of game, where you play in feudal Japan, and you're just like every one of those games. You're a refugee of war, and you find yourself on this island, and you want to set up your own village and stuff like that. It's a really fun game to play. A little confusing at first to figure out, but great survival game with a fun base building mechanic. So we're probably going to be adding Sengoku Dynasty to the roster in the near future. So that way I can do some co-op streams with Gwen. And then the big thing, guys, I know we were talking about it in the Discord recently, but I am going to be doing a community stream. Every Friday is going to be community streams. And so if you are one of our members, one of our subscribers, you guys know there's that Google form to fill out if you want to throw down on something with me. That's what we're going to do is that. And then every Friday, I'm going to just game with you guys. And if nobody's on the list to game, then I'm going to just throw down on like a backup or something like that. That's unfortunate, but I understand. I've been there. I have definitely been there doing similar things before. Glad you're feeling better though, bud. And I will say that the pirate beaver that you drew in your stream was pretty freaking awesome. I will say that. Crawl out through the fallout, baby. That's a great song. That's going to be stuck in my head all day long. All day long, Zach. So, did you make Tim replace your candle that he broke? That's totally, it's weird. I know that that might sound weird to anybody who's watching the stream for the first time, but like I try to remember what all of our subscribers are going through if you type into the chat. And so anyway, for those of you who don't know, Zach's roommate threw a $60 candle downstairs and broke it, shattered the glass, ruined the candle. And so that's what I'm referring to. Did you ever get him to buy you a new one? Nope. Not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Get rid of this now. You guys remember Butcher Pete from the Fallout music? It's probably one of my favorites. He's smacking his meat. All right. Anyway, free cam. Let's see what our progress is like here. Uranium fever. That's a good one. Uranium fever. All right. So we got to get this way now. So this is going to be the kind of annoying part because we do have to like kind of build it up a little bit. But there's going to be a way to do this. It's not going to be perfect, but you know, whatever. Perfect's overrated, right? All right, free camera off. Back to Jack. What's up, Jack? What up, Killmonger? So I'm doing a peaceful playthrough right now, and that's the kind of the easiest way to do it. There's also a console command for it. Man, I got to remember what the console command is, but I don't remember. I don't remember off the top of my head, but there is a console command to kind of reduce the frequency of attacks or like make you less hostile towards enemies and things like that. That's kind of going to be your best bet, Killmonger, if you're trying to make it a little bit easier on yourself. Is either a peaceful playthrough or a custom playthrough where you have drastically changed some of the settings there. This one's peaceful because we are 100% focused on just building the base here. So again, this is going to look kind of ridiculous to start with, but we got to kind of trust the process here, right? Are you not going to let me go this way? Are you not going to do it? Oh, you're going to suck. So you can do it with logs. Oh, you suck. This is not. All right, I might have to do it with logs, and then we'll have to come back here. Whee! There we go. A kiss to build a dream on. I'm not catching that reference. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you can build out with the logs a lot easier if you need to do something like fixed terrain. Because, like, in this game, you can do a little bit of terraforming, but not too much. And so it's not perfect. But, yeah, this, unfortunately, is going to make this look a little wonky. But it'll work. Right? Good enough for government? Now, the key is just keeping everything leveled. Because if we lose that, then what's the point? We've got to go over, what, 4 more? Maybe 5? Don't know if that's going to cut it. See, but like that's the level of terraforming that we can do here. We're not going to be able to go any further. Only you. What's up? 1293. Thank you very much for that subscribe. We appreciate that very much. Man, I was playing Far Cry 5 the other day. Actually, that's why I got a shoe thrown at my head. Is because of Cheeseburger in that game. I remember now, Zach. That's why I had a shoe thrown at my head. Cheeseburger. Woohoo! 1293. Jay, if you guys did not see Jay's awesome stream last night, I hope that we're making Disney's Dreamlight Valley a regular on this channel, Jay. That was a good stream you did. I didn't get a chance to see any of it personally, but was looking at the numbers this morning, dude. You put some work in. Play to win is your favorite list? What? Who's playing to win. What? I'm confused. That's why I got... Oh, that's why I got bit. That's right. That's right. I got bit because of cheeseburger. Abused. That's what it is. All right, let's go this way, then this way. No, don't go that way. Definitely don't go that way. Come on, give me the arrow. Why are you being stupid? Why are you being stupid? Should not be like that. All right, we'll do it this way then. There we go. You know, once we get some of this grid out, I probably could go back and get stone in here instead, but almost requires too much work. It will eventually get coated in stone, but doing this type of work in this game is 10 times easier with logs. So it's not going to look perfect, but there's not anything wide enough here unless I freeze a lake. I kind of don't want to freeze a lake right now. Oh, come on, let me through. There we go. Okay. All right, exciting. There we go. Oh, I think that might have been the last one, right? Astroneer. Actually, I think I need to double check, but I think that that's a request we had on like one of our content creator portals. I think we had a request from the developers to play Astroneer. I need to double check that. But if that's the case, like, I'm for it. Like, if the developers are cool enough to be like, hey, play our game, we will typically always check out a game like that. I love indie games. They're super fun. All right, let's see if this is full or how far off we are. Close. Close, 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 close. Astroneer is some good fun. Okay. All right, I'll look into it. I will definitely look into it. I trust your guys' judgment. You guys know what I play. You guys definitely know what I play. All right, so it is going to be built into this wall here, unfortunately. But we're going to have to kind of do the same thing here just to corner this thing off. It's not going to be the cleanest fit, but it'll still work, right? That's kind of what matters. All right, so that's the marker. Gives you more chills than Sons of the Forest. Interesting. Sons of the Forest has only scared me one time. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great game. It's very horrific, you know. But Sons of the Forest has literally only scared me one time. I was in one of the starting caves, and I want to say it's the Rope Gun Cave. Because is Rope Gun Cave the one where you also get the cross? It's whichever one you get the cross in. That's the one that I was in. And so I had just picked up the cross. This was like early access days too. I just picked up the cross and I was just kind of walking around the cave, just kind of minding my own business. And I turned and I was right next to one of those puffies, the like blind enemies in this game. I was right next to one, and neither one of us like had seen each other until we were right on it. And then he sees me as soon as I turn to him, and he just starts screaming in my face. It was the only time this game kind of jump scared me. All right, so did we finish our point here? Finally get that done? Yep. Okay. Man, that was kind of a pain. Kind of a pain, but gonna be worth it to have that done right. And then now we got this tree over here too. That's also a little annoying. Let's go ahead and chop this down real fast. The emptiness of space. Those are fun games. Like, I like games that play on your psychology like that. Or not psychology, but like certain emotions that you feel, like Desolation. That's a cool game, in my opinion, is a game like that. Not very horror though. See, but the thing is like, look at a game like Subnautica, you know, which again, you guys know, I have not played Subnautica, right? But I've watched so much content about it. That's not a horror game. That's a survival base building game. But it plays like a horror game sometimes because of certain instances and things like that. So, not every scary game has to be a horror game, you know? Horror is such a wide genre that it's almost impossible to classify anything. Okay. All right, so, oops, did not mean to pull out the build book. Wrong button there. Okay, let's go ahead and hit up the free camera. So I just want to make sure that we're looking good grid-wise. Okay. See, it's a little rough on that left side, but it's going to get the job done, and it's still going to look right kind of from the front. Unfortunately, though, we had to do this little patchwork spot here just to terraform everything. But from here, it kind of goes inward, and so we're not going to worry about that. The other life pods and all the abandoned back. I'm going to have to check this out. This seems like my kind of game. Like, definitely seems like my kind of game. It always, I don't know why, but it's so wonky to me how he holds an axe. Like, he does it to the camera, which the camera, okay, look at how he's standing right now, right? If I go into where his head is, okay, this is his head. If I go into where his head is, where his eyes are, it's identical to the first person camera, right? You see it? So his eyes right here are the camera for the character, right? But look at how he has to hold the axe to make that work. Like, it makes no sense why anybody would hold that. But anyway, just a little fun thing. Free camera off. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen inside of Jack's head, but there you go. A little tour into Jack's head. All right, so this is when it gets a little long again. That can go away. Okay. Oops. Still works. Still works. So it's not going to look the best on the backside here, but I might do something else to fix that. Haven't decided yet, but I could always just do one of these. Fake it. Yeah, like fake it like that. Beautiful. Faked wall. Anyway, we'll get that going and figure out some more stuff to do, but we'll leave that for right now. Gummy worms are cute. What? Gummy worms and what, Zach? Unless I missed a reference somewhere. I mean, are you just saying in general gummy worms are cute? Because, I mean, maybe. Alright, so with actually building the temple, or pyramid here, I do want to leave room inside for, like, interior stuff. That's kind of a big thing, right? It's making sure that we don't kind of screw ourselves over by having a massive pyramid, but there's, like, nothing inside of it. And so on the inside, we'll probably do logs just to make this a little cleaner. But yeah, let's see. Let's plan out the rest of the week here. DayZ tomorrow. Then we'll do Grounded on Tuesday. And then I'm off on Wednesday. That's Jay's stream. So whatever Jay wants to stream on Wednesday, he'll have to let you know. And then Thursday, I've been itching to play Green Hell. And so I'm thinking about getting back into Green Hell. And then Friday, I need to see who's got next. But Friday's a community stream. And so I'm going to reach out to one of you guys this week, see what we're playing, and see when and where. Have some fun. I want to try to put together a 4-man heist in Payday again. I miss heisting in that game. Super fun. Whew. I've seen so many people get freaked out by the Leviathans in that game. So much fun. That's one of the reasons why I really, like, I'm intrigued by it, but I haven't had a chance to play it. But I know so much about Subnautica, so I am excited about Subnautica 2, and I'm thinking I won't play the first one. I'm just going to dive into the second one there. That very well might be my first time playing a Subnautica game as the sequel. Excited about Stranded Deep 2 as well. That's a game that we could probably get back into on this channel, is some Stranded Deep. It's been a while since we've done Stranded Deep. You want to do some Payday 2? Okay. Okay, Zach. That's good to keep in mind. Man, you're not in the Discord, though. That's where we typically, like, get all that stuff figured out and sorted out. Have you added me on Steam yet? It's just Base Legend. Like, you can just find me on Steam. Just Base Legend is my handle. And so go ahead and add me on Steam. And then if we do get around to putting together a heist team for Payday, I'm down. That sounds like fun. Play the first one. There's lore for Subnautica. Okay. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I respect that. That's something I was actually debating on getting a non-survival game this week, but obviously Black Ops 6 is out, and I'm a big Call of Duty Zombies fan, and so I was thinking about getting a copy of Black Ops 6. That, and also, I mean, I'm not great, but I'd throw down on some multiplayer. I think the highest KD that I've ever had was like 23-3, but that was back on like Modern Warfare 2. I was like 2 away from getting the tactical nuke in terms of kill streaks stuff. Yeah, super fun games. I haven't played those in a long time though. A Call of Duty game. I think I tossed in World War I the other day. Yeah, I think maybe, I don't know which one it was, but either way. Okay, so here we are in our temple. We just finished the first floor here, or, well, first wall, I should say. Gotta think about this real quick. Because the thing that's kind of tricky to figure out with this is, so this is going to be our entrance, which means that with this type of temple, the steps, like the actual wall rescinds, or the steps kind of are inside of the pyramid. And so I got to think about the best way to do this. Because, yeah, this is backwards here. I ate Korean food for lunch today. It's fantastic. It's really good. All right, get rid of this piece too. Okay, so instead what we need to do is put it here and here. I was going to get a copy of it. Oh, what's it called? It's like Zoocrosis or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Master Food and I were talking about it a lot right before it came out. And then it came out, and then the reviews came out with it. And apparently it is very, very incomplete right now. The premise of it is great, but it's a lot more scripted than a lot of the advertising made it look. And so people are thinking that they scaled back a little bit in efforts of getting it out the door, which I can respect. You know, like I worked at some development studio, so I understand games getting pushed back or scope creep and all of that. But the issue is you can't like mislead people with your advertising. Otherwise, you pull the same situation that like No Man's Sky tried to pull, where they were trying to advertise this fully fleshed out game and all that. So people grew weary of it. I'm excited. Can't judge it by the reviews. I understand that. I definitely do. I agree with that sentiment for sure. However, with my limited time gaming, Like, because again, I'm a dad, and like I also run a business, and I'm another YouTube creator on another channel, and like all that stuff. With how limited my time can be at times, it's very difficult for me to invest time and money into a game without at least kind of understanding what I'm scheduled to get. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on it. Come on, there it is. No, not there. Not what I'm looking to do. Am I not going to be able to put it? All right, fine. Go up like this then. See, this is the part that I'm not sure about being able to get looking right. Is this part right here? Putting the stairs here. Because I don't know how to cap this and have it look right. Because obviously there's the stairs, you know, super easy. But then to put that there, I'm not going to be able to put a wall here. And what I need is a wall there. Think for a second here. Let's see if we can figure something out. Doesn't want to let me figure anything out. It's almost, I'm thinking that just because of the game mechanics, I almost need to do this on the outside. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that Zoocrosis is going to eventually become like one of the better survival horror games that's out there. It has a really super unique premise. It's got a really, really interesting game mechanic set. Like, I think that Zoocrosis is going to become a great game. But when all of the early reviews come in and they say that it's a short experience, it's not what was advertised, etc., that makes me a little bit more hesitant than a bunch of people coming in just being like, oh, I didn't like it. You know, because that's... There's a difference between people reviewing saying that the game was rushed and that it was kind of like not what was billed versus what some people do, which is a little bit more significant. Wait, why is that not looking right? Okay, let me take this down. Make sure that I get it all done. But yeah, it'll eventually, and I fully believe this, it will eventually be a very good game. It's just you got to kind of get to that point. That's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, it's an early access game. Everybody's saying that, you know, like that's mostly what the reviews are saying, is that it's an early access game, so it's going to get better. Me personally, like there's only a handful of games that I'll play in early access because it's not about the game needing to get better, in my opinion. It's just the premise of the game is so cool. Zoocrosis, it seems like a really cool game. It really does. But it's also one of those games where I'm going to want a little bit more proof of concept before I invest money into it. I'll probably get it while it's in early access. Like I'll be very upfront about that. I'll probably end up getting a copy of it in early access, but I'm going to wait for at least one more update to hit. That's at least my intention or my plan. Okay. So not exactly what we wanted to do here, but still gets the job done. Where's that log that I had? I had a log. Okay, guess we'll go ahead and chop one more down. Yay, chop. Gotta love that. In peaceful playthroughs, just the single axe swipe to get your logs. So let's see here. Don't want that one. But there we go. Okay. All right, so now we have to kind of build this part up, but hang on. So this is in the center. So this should be the steps right there. So this is where we want to have our door. And then this is where we want to have our other door. Maybe. Right here. There we go. Projects. That's in my mind, that's how an early access game should be. Is like Project Zomboid, where the developers are like, we have such high scope creep that we're going to put this game in early access. It's going to feel done,
but there's more that we personally as developers want to add, so we're keeping it in early access. That, in my mind, I think that they're doing it right. Like, they got it out so long. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of respect for the developers of Project Zomboid. I think that they're doing early access right. You know, Sons of the Forest was the same way. It was in early access for about a year, right? And when 1.0 came out, it was playable, but like the story wasn't, or not 1.0. When the first early access came out, it was playable, but it wasn't the best. And so it needed that polishing time. All right, so what we're going to do here is I don't want to just kind of let this thing kind of go crazy, but we are going to build some hallways that lead to a little room. And this building, this little like outbuilding that we made for ourselves is going to actually become like a bedroom. Yeah. This'll work. That's a big thing too, is how active the developers are in the community of their game. Because if you can find a game like that where the developers not only support the game, but they're active in the community, they want to talk to their fans, they take feedback to heart. That, in my mind, is some of the most important thing ever. Like, the community may get a bad rep, but look at Rust. That was a zombie game when Rust first came out, right? And it was like another DayZ. It was another style of DayZ. And so the community loved it to the point where they basically said, hey, can you get rid of these zombies? We just want to like play and kill each other. And so the developers listened, and so they turned their zombie game into just an open world sandbox. And they basically said, oh, if you're like, yeah, I mean, you guys get the idea of what I'm trying to get across, right? Like, if a developer listens to their audience, they're going to have such a better time. There's so many times that, like, I was working at a studio, or not, okay, so I owned an indie game studio for a while with my college roommate. We tried to get a game off the ground. Never really kind of came to fruition because of scope creep. It got a little too expensive to kind of build what we were hoping to build. So I ended up starting to work at a game publisher doing marketing for them, which is kind of where my bread and butter is marketing and that type of thing. And so in that effort, I really got an idea of how building games works with indie developers and things like that. And there were so many times where we would go to the developer and would say, hey, so these are the people that are playing your demo, or these are the people playing your early access build, and this is the feedback that they're giving you. And it's pretty valid feedback. You should listen to it, maybe implement what we can. And 9 out of 10 times they would just be like, nope, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. Is this GTA 6 Forklift Benjamin? Yes, this is GTA 6. 100%. Yeah, Enlight Games, they licensed it. They picked it up. Sounds good, Zach. Again, I appreciate that super chat, buddy. Thank you very much. It was good to see you. Go buy another candle. That would be my recommendation. I still feel bad that Tim did that to you. I know this is kind of weird, but it makes sense to me to build myself a little tiny house. Not house, but like just a little tiny place for me to kind of post up and stuff. All these logs are going to eventually just get destroyed or disappear. Yes, this is Grand Theft Auto 6. It came out a long time ago. What, like February of this past year? You know what I found on my computer that I didn't realize that I had the other day? I have the GTA trilogy saga. And so I have a copy of San Andreas, GTA 3, and GTA 4. I think that's the 3 games that it comes with. It's like the Liberty City stories or something. Fantastic, and I need to actually check those out again, see how playable they are. I received 1/6 of Zach's candle. There you go. I appreciate that. I'm super grateful for every super chat and stuff like that we get. Because like I've mentioned, memberships, super chats, all of that stuff, it just offsets the cost of the games that we play on this channel. And so more of that stuff equals more games, so on and so forth. Like now that we make ad revenue, we're just focusing on building up the ad revenue side of things for actually monetizing this channel. The membership stuff, we want to just have more fun with that stuff. Okay, so the goal here is now that we got this little thing set up. It's weird. Doesn't need to be like that. All right, now we're going to build another room before we kind of just say, okay, that's enough, you know. Just a little something else. Oops. Need to do the verticals first. There we go. This room's going to be a little bit bigger. Come on, there it is. As I said, a little bit bigger. This will probably be where I'm putting like my bed and stuff like that will be here. Oh, did I go one too far? Looks like it's going one bigger. Come on, roll out of the way. There we go. All right, so now we're going to build a little hallway just to get to it. How far should we go? Hang on, that's 4. So yeah, it doesn't matter. We can go over like this now. Love that. All right. Real quick, let's go ahead and chop down the door frame here. Just so we get access. You know what? It'd be easier to do it this way. At least it should be easier to do it this way. Oops. That's one thing that I'm really super excited about is when we actually get into building the temple, like, and actually have to start going up with this pyramid. Having to stay on top of some of the gridding and scaffolding that we're going to be doing is ridiculous. Doors for weak people walk through the walls. I could turn on no clipping. I'm pretty sure that that's just clipping, right? No? Or collision? Yeah, there it is. So there's... No, where is it? There's some settings for the collision settings. I got to remember what they are. But there's a way that you can actually turn off clipping and just run through the walls in this game, shooting everybody and just winning. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic way to do this game. I like games like Sons of the Forest where the developers are like, well, we know you're going to try to break it anyway, so just here's how you break our game. Here's how you do the things that you want to do. Here's the developer codes, so just leave us alone. That, in my mind, is how you should approach game development. Once you release something to the market, accept that people are going to eventually destroy it beyond all comprehension. That was actually one of my favorite stories of gaming back when BioShock Infinite came out. But there was an article in, I want to say like Kotaku or something like that, that basically the main character designer for Elizabeth in BioShock Infinite was pleading, and I mean like pleading and begging with the fans and the community to stop doing hentai and like other sexually explicit images of Elizabeth from BioShock Infinite. Which to me, I mean, you're in video gaming and you made a character who's, you know, designed to be a relatively attractive female, you're going to attract people who have that mindset. And so I don't know. I read that and I was just like, really? You're in gaming. Like, you didn't expect for them to do that to one of your characters? Like, look at every single Final Fantasy game that has ever come out, you know? Rule 34. Ooh, I want this double decker. I don't want to have this like this. Actually, do I want it doubled? No, I don't want it doubled because it goes one. Yeah, no, I don't. Actually, it is supposed to step up. I might double decker this. In fact, we're going to. Let's go ahead and ditch these again, because we're going to have to do them in a different area. Most of the center struts are going to disappear here. Man, I kind of feel like I should have done this out of logs for this interior room with what I'm trying to build here. Phase through the map using the sled. Have you sent me a video of that? Because I want to see that. That's hilarious. Let's see. Okay, so all this is going to be, we want to just kind of double decker it. So that just means putting another level on it. Probably didn't need to jump down and get that right off the bat. So I like this one because it's not only going to be a, like, kind of a cool temple build, but, oh, damn it, not what I meant to do. You have a pick? Okay, I want to see that. I'm trying to see that. Like, drop that in the Discord because that's funny to me. But yeah, with this build, it's going to be kind of interesting to pull this off. I'm kind of intrigued on how some of these interior rooms are going to play out. Because with this temple build, I don't want it to just be the shape and then have, like, no actual rooms. I want to have something here. Come on. Is that the end? Yep. Okay. So now we got to put these up. Do we? Yeah, we are. We are going to have to put those up. Come on. I should be able to hit it from here. There we go. Nice. I have a feeling, or not a feeling, I have this desire for them to put in legendary animals into this game. Just a weird mechanic that I thought of the other day, but like basically cannibalistic versions of every, cannibalistic? That's not the wrong word. Super aggressive versions of all the wildlife that you encounter. So like mutated, like moose and stuff like that. Or like mutated rabbits that like attack you like the babies. Like that's what I'm trying, like that would be cool in my opinion. Alright, so as you can see, we're kind of just gridding the second floor here. Not what I meant to do, but we don't need to delete that because this will eventually get capped. But we do need to go here. Looking good. That took me forever to figure out how to walk around your support beams on a second floor. But you can totally do it. The collision is set up so you can walk around your beams. You fall every once in a while, just like that, as I was explaining how to walk around your beams. But that is definitely something that they did make sure is possible. You can go right up to your beam and then just kind of hug to walk around it. Yeah, get this one here. Then there. Then there. Followed by there. And then there. And then here and here. So what we're going to be doing next, after we get all this set up, is putting or removing as many of these support beams as possible once we get the actual grid set up here. There's that. Okay, I think that was the last piece, which means that now we can finally put these in. And then, oh, come on. It's like doing things properly in this game will make it look so much better, but it is such a pain to do it properly sometimes. Okay, so that, did I get, nope, missing one. There we go. All right, let's head this side and get these done. Oof, almost fell off there. Come on in. There we go. Nice. I did that one, okay. Onward to here. Nice. Oh, man. Gonna let me jump up and get it? Don't want to have to like do all this walking around before I can just come in and start taking things. Okay. All right, so we can't take any of the top floor or the bottom floor ones yet, but we can get in here and start taking out the top floor. And I'm hoping that we can do the whole thing. That would be super cool if we could. Because basically, if we can do the whole thing, it means that we'll be able to do the whole thing on the bottom floor, too. Good sign so far. These are the ones that I'm most concerned about. The ones in this middle section. If these all go away without any issue, then we are golden. So far, so good. Oh, man. The next one's the moment of truth, this one right here. Yeah, all right, it works. Love that. Love when your supports are long enough to where you can actually do something really expansive like this. So now we have to take down all the horizontals. Because if we take down any of the vertical pieces first, then we won't be able to do the rest of this properly. Nice. Awesome. Appreciate you going and digging for that, Master of Food. I definitely want to see that. I want to see how that works. There's so many exploits in this game that I really haven't experimented that much with. A lot of really unique exploits. And one of the big ones is that sled. There's so much that you can do with that sled. Alright. Now we get to take out this piece. I swear, building with stone takes twice as long as building with logs. I love the aesthetic 10 times more, but it takes so much longer. Okay, alright. Well, I mean, dude, you have 300 plus days of experience in this game. So if there's somebody who's going to figure out that new exploit, it's going to be you. That's for sure. When I dropped my last video inside of the Sons of the Forest Discord, I asked if anybody was still playing or streaming it. And like all of the creators that are in the Discord are just kind of done with Sons of the Forest, unfortunately. And so I'm hoping that that's indicative that we're going to see a new update in the near future. I think it was Jacob who told us that the beta testers got a notice about one, but I haven't heard anything since. 348 days. That is insane, Master of Food. Like, again, my biggest playthrough on this is like 40 some odd days. Like that's all it was. And I think that's the membership mansion is 40 some odd days. And maybe Maybe not, actually, now that I think about it. We'll see. I'll have to double check. Man, this room came out looking good. We still gotta, like, wall it up and stuff. But, oops. Yeah, add that there. There we go. But still, this came out really looking good. Took forever to do it, but worth it doing it in stone. Your grounded world is 298. Damn, dude. I think I have maybe like 14 to 20 days in grounded on the playthrough I'm on right now. That's impressive. Anytime somebody stayed for like more than 100 days in a survival game, I'm like pretty impressed with them, because like I don't think I've ever done 100 days in a game before. Like 100 in-game days. Maybe like a Skyrim or something like that, where it doesn't really matter how many days you've survived. No, I think that might have been somebody else who was saying that they have just under 1,000 hours or 1,000 days in their grounded world. No, there it is. There it is. Okay, that was the gameplay hours. Yeah, that would make more sense. That would make more sense. Let's go put a roof on this hallway here. So this is not looking that temple-y yet. I am excited to turn it into a temple, but it is currently not looking very temple-y. So the concept is every single floor is going to have at least one room on it. And we're going up 7 floors. I think 7 floors. I think that's at least how it's going to go. And each floor steps up and in until we get to our final 3x3. Jeez, 1,100 hours in grounded. That is insane, dude. In a good way. Insane in a good way. Kind of trapped myself here. Oh, that's kind of what we needed anyway, was that log. Let's go back in here. Throw that and go get one of those logs. Nope. Need the log, not the shelf. There we go. So just for right now, I'm going to throw in a little bit of the scaffolding here. Or, well, not scaffolding, but a log to help us get some of this going. Oh, come on. You're going to make me do this pretty much everywhere. Let's see if this is enough to get all this done. I doubt it. I feel like we're going to need a lot more than that, but we'll see. Wait, you managed to get into the rock so far? Rock and stone? I'm confused what you're referring to there, Master of Food. Talking grounded still? I didn't even know that you could build. Well, I knew that you could build with pebblets. I have seen some players doing pebblet builds. Some of the castles that get made in grounded are ridiculously cool. Like, really impressive stuff in grounded. Sons of the Forest. Oh, okay. I thought your base was mostly rocks and stuff. Oh, you phased into a rock. I get you now. I get you now. You know, everybody loves this game. It's got great reviews. You know, ultra positive everything on it. But it is one of the games that is more broken than other games that I have played. It is definitely one of the more broken ones, which, I mean, isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying that a broken game is bad. You know, I love broken games. There's some really, really fun games that are fun to exploit. Final Fantasy VIII comes to mind. You know, one of my favorite games to break and exploit because of how they do everything in that game, like with your leveling and stuff like that. Exactly. Dude, he's Master of Food is building a straight up city in his base. Like his base is out of this world good. I mean, you've seen the seaside port, as he calls it. That is a super fun one. All right, close up that shell. So yeah, now we gotta get up there. Easy enough. Nice. An evil Kevin sticker. There you go. Okay. All right. There you go. And I wonder, can I just drop it like here? Yeah. Okay. Can't be upset about that, right? Definitely can't be upset about that. Okay, I can be a little upset about this. Alright, so now we got to kind of do some log supports, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and get a log in here. Just some basic supports here. So the reason we're switching over to logs is because it's going to take forever, to do this with the stones. But if nobody's going to see them, we can kind of have a little behind the scenes magic here. Let's see here. Okay. I imagine it would take a bunch of time to get stuck inside of a log, or inside of a rock in this game. And that's something I do want to play with one of these days. I have yet to do an out of bounds secret kind of thing. But yeah. Would love to do an out of bounds secrets in this game. Because like there's so many of them that I just haven't found, and I'm sure that developers have even put some out of bounds Easter eggs in this game too. But here, check it out. Like when you go underneath the world and you can see some of the locations underneath the world, like look right underneath me, right? What is this right underneath me? You can actually travel into some of this stuff. And if you keep traveling, it's kind of a pain, but if you keep traveling, you typically will find, it's the sun, like one of the caves or something like that, buried deep underneath the surface here. But anyway, you get the idea. I want to do an out-of-bounds secret video for Sons of the Forest here, just because there's so many of them. I'm speculating when I say that, but this world is so unique, and from my understanding, there's not that many known Easter eggs in Sons of the Forest. Like there's like 3 or 4 that I can think of off the top of my head. But that's pretty much it. And so I've always wanted to kind of dive into it. Why would I tell you? I'm not even finished. I'm excited to see where you take your island port base, because that to me is one of the largest things I've ever seen anybody make in Sons of the Forest. Like there is definitely a lot to that one, and I've never seen anybody go that over the top with it. All right. Let's head down this way. Add all these supports in here. You know what? That's actually kind of silly. I've never noticed that before, but it kind of makes sense with just kind of how the cutout looks. So yeah, I could see that one. I could definitely see that one. And obviously, we all know the guitar. When you right click on it and hold it, you play the original Sons of the Forest theme song. There's a Konami code input at the main menu. That's the one that kind of makes me think that there's more. Is the fact that there's a Konami code Easter egg in this game. It makes me think that there's more in this game that you just got to kind of look for, and nobody's really invested the time into looking to it. But again, I don't know why I did that. It was a waste. It's not what we should have done. I am only putting the verticals on, not bothering with any horizontals. Okay. Get this set up. Then we're going to cap our first level here. Nice. Okay. I swear, doing the grid work is probably the most boring part of base building in this game. But I even did this in a video called, I think the video was called like Avoid These Building Mistakes or something pretentious like that. But I did a video where I explained why you need to start with your grid work in this game as opposed to doing anything else. Because I've cut so many corners in this thing, and there's just so many instances where it's just like, wow, this would have been so much better had I not cut any corners. Which, I mean, that's true for like what, everything, right? But this game especially, for some reason, they give you the ability to cut corners, and so it's super easy to get into that mindset. But if you do things proper, you actually have some pretty cool results. Alright, can we not pull in there? Nope. Bye, Kelvin. Just cap you in there for now. Oops. As I said, it would eventually start looking more like an Aztec temple after we cap this area. Wait, what happened there? No. It doesn't matter. Oh. That made things tricky. There we go. Come on, don't go too fast here. Oh, come on, game. Work with me here. Work with me. Nice. And this is why you want to have your grids looking proper. Because if you can do your grid work first, laying down a roof like this or a ceiling, typically pretty easy, and this is an area that you can cut some corners. Is you don't have to have every single one of your support beams, like, just, you don't have to have a support beam everywhere. And so with this, I'm only putting the support beam on the left part here and skipping 2 on the right side. And then, yeah, now that we're in this rhythm, we can just kind of spiral through this whole thing. Get it done really fast. You almost made it halfway to what? I'm confused now. read back up. Oh, you mean, what, are you doing some, like, no clipping? Oops. Nice. Just want to finish our first floor here. Do appreciate how Kelvin is just lost. Like he's buried in here with this temple. He ain't gonna make it out. Oh, trying to go under the map. So it's not necessarily, I'm not referring to necessarily under the map. Here, hang on. What I'm talking about, Master of Food, is you see how as you travel through the map, underneath the map, you see how there are shapes. It's not necessarily that it's just you can go anywhere, but there's actual shapes that you can see under the map here. There's one over there. And you can kind of see the cutout there. See if we can find another one. But yeah, this is more or less what I'm referring to. Is there's gotta be some type of developer secrets inside some of these. You know, like somebody put a picture of their girlfriend or something like that. That's what I want to find. I want to find an Easter egg like that. Because all of these textures can easily be explored, and I have found really unique entrances into other locations, but I haven't found any like cut content or anything like that yet. So either they're doing a great job of hiding their cut content or something else. But I don't know. This game has so many imperfections to it that it just, to me, it seems like the type of game that a developer would have put a little fun Easter egg or something like that in. So I don't know. That's where this thought process comes from. You know, I can get underneath the world super easily here. So we just need to kind of just scout out, see if we can find anything. So anyway, I might do that one day. Do a game-breaking build or a game-breaking stream. Because, like, look, that's a lake up there. You know, we're under the lakes stuff. Yeah, see? And the ocean eventually, it does disappear under the island somewhere. But yeah, all the bunkers are underneath the map and stuff like that. You just got to kind of find them. But yeah, maybe we'll do that in like a week or so. Do a nice little, let's hunt for developer secrets in Sons of the Forest stream. Hidden in a rock from cannibals. Clever. The way to do it. All right, enough screwing around for right now. Let's go ahead and finish our first floor. Capping all these lily pads finally. Oops. Not what we meant to do. There we go. Get into our rhythm. Oops. Why are you not letting me put one up here? There we go. Alright, so before we cap all this, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Does not matter. Love it. Okay. Man, this one's going to be big. This one is going to be big. All right, so before we lose sight of it, I need to find where my middle section is. So here's the middle, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. then 1, 2, 3. Did I do that right? Is that 3? Yeah, that's 3. Because our middle is a 3 by 3. And I need to make sure that I keep that middle the whole way up. Otherwise, the whole temple, the whole pyramid look is going to fall apart on us very quickly. All right, so there's our middle room. Oh, wait, no, that's only 2 across. Uh-oh. I'm not even close. Hang on. So if my stairs are here, and here's 7. There we go. Get our 3 by 3 done. Yeah, take it all the way. Oop, there we go. All right, so that is our 3 by 3 to start with. We have all of these other, or these columns here to the side. We're just going to leave those there. But let's go ahead and finish this now. Even though we messed up, let's go ahead and just keep that clean, right? Nobody needs to worry about that. They're never going to know. Oops. Don't know about that one, though. Come on, get over there. Alright, now let's just spiral this one until it's done. So again, not bigger than our castle, but I think this one's going to be a lot more intricate than the castle. Like the castle was basically just, it was a 30 by 40 rectangle with some like towers on it. This one is going to require a little bit more precision. I mean, granted it's a pyramid, so it's the same the whole way up, but each level we're going to build another room into it. So that'll be kind of cool in my opinion. All right, man. If you can pull it off, I'm gonna be happy with it. Like, and if you can't pull it off, I appreciate you trying. So either way, it's win-win. Like, it's a cool concept. I want to play with it a little bit. See if I can figure anything out with it. I want to find, like, I don't know, maybe in the next update they're gonna give us like ski ramps or things like that, so you can go sledding off of a ramp. Oh, nope, nope, nope. And done. Done, done, done. Look at that. Okay, so we haven't done too much on this build here, but oops. There we go. Did it update yet? No, it hasn't had an update yet. But all right, so this is floor 1 of our pyramid. Obviously, got a lot of work to do. The only part of it that I don't like is the back end here where we have all this log stuff happening. But as I said, it's going to be a little better. And now we have an access port in here too. So there we go. All right, y'all. Well, that's looking pretty good. I think I am going to call it right about here. Oh, yeah, tomorrow day. Yeah, tomorrow today. Today, tomorrow. Today row. Today row. We'll go with today row. There it is. Let's go ahead and get a bed put down. And just a little tent bed. Oops, wrong side. Little tent bed here, just for me to be able to save this build. I'm going to call this one the Aztec Temple. I guess we'll call it Aztec Temple. Love that. All right, and save. New save. Call this Aztec Temple. Love that. All right, y'all. Well, this is where I am going to call it because it is my birthday. I'm going to go spend some time with my family. And so I do appreciate each and every one of you stopping by. Appreciate the 2 people who have subscribed during this time. And definitely, we're going to give another shout out to Zachary Bum for that amazing $10 super chat. We really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's the game that you guys want me to check out? Astroneer? Okay, I'll go check out Astroneer. Maybe we'll stream it this week and all of that fun stuff. But thank you guys, as always. I should probably do my normal thing that I do here. My name's Kevin. This is Base Legend. We play survival games that allow you to build bases and things like that. We've branched out since then, so we also do some psychological horror, some horror games in general, some just other fun stuff. Do I gotta crash it? Am I gonna making me crash it today? Yep, always. I swear to God, this is one of those games that, like, it's easier to crash this game than wait for it to go to the main menu. But all right, y'all, I am calling it here. Thank you guys very, very much for your time today. Thank you for hanging out with me on my birthday. Appreciate that. You guys have a great rest of your day.